guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now, today's reading will be a mid-monthly reading for the month of March 2018. So really focusing on the last couple of weeks of the month, from the 15th through the end of the month, but specifically looking at the areas of career and finance and love and relationships. For the career and finance portion of the reading, I'll be using the Wheel of the Year Tarot deck by Scarabeo, and I'll pull an oracle card from the Sacred Traveler deck, and that's by Denise Lynn. And for the love and romance relationships part of the reading, I'll use the Good Tarot deck by Colette Baron-Reid, and we'll pull an additional oracle card from Romance Angels Oracle card deck by Doreen Virtue. Just a reminder, these are general readings. The messages may or may not resonate with you. I would encourage you to watch not just your sun sign reading, but also your moon and your rising sign. That way you will get, a more complete overview of what's going on for you during the last 2 weeks of the month. And obviously the only way to get a truly personalized reading focusing on you and what's going on in your life right now would be to get a private reading from me. If you're interested, take a look at my site, changingphasestarot.weebly.com. And there you'll find all of the pricing as well as the types of videos that I offer, the video readings. Or you could email me at changingphasestarot@gmail.com. Right, so once again, thank you so much for being here with me, and I will see you in 1 second for your reading. Bye for now. Hi Taurus, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your mid-monthly reading for March 2018. As you can see, I have already laid out the spread here. I shuffled off camera, really just to try to save a little bit of time for these mid-monthly readings. Okay, so let's start off with the career and finance portion of your reading. So we have in the past position the Ace of Wands, and you actually have 2 aces in your reading. In the present position, we have the 8 of Wands, and the future position, the Ace of Chalices. And the overall energy for the last 2 weeks of the month, Major Arcana number 5, the Hierophant. And the oracle card from the Sacred Traveler deck is Valiant Courage. Take action with passion. Okay, and I will get to that card after we go through the main reading here. So starting off with the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a Major Arcana card. It's a significant message, right? A very powerful message coming in with the Hierophant. And he really speaks of, spirituality, but it's a very sort of traditional, it's that structured. We usually associate him with, the large religious institutions, can be other institutions, not just religious, right? It could be sort of like the government, the government institutions, courts, like educational institutions such as large universities. But he's usually a spiritual figure. So he's somebody who offers advice. So for some of you, this could be over the next couple of weeks. You might be seeking out the advice or the counsel of, either a spiritual leader, could be, actual like a legal counsel, so a lawyer. Could be talking to somebody, higher up if you're in university, speaking with a counselor at the university. But he's somebody who, he's good at advising. And he's also, he does things very by the book. So we usually associate the Hierophant with, doing things in the traditional way, doing things, like if there are, religious rituals or ceremonies. It's very much, a very structured approach to whatever it is that you're dealing with. So let's see how he relates to the other cards here in your reading. So you start off with the Ace of Wands, and you do, like I said, you have two aces. And aces in the tarot, they're yes cards. They're also, it's divinely blessed offerings, new beginnings, right? The Ace of Wands, or starting with the Suit of Wands. The Suit of Wands is fire energy, so it deals with the day-to-day activities, such as the work that we do, chores around the house. It has to do with creativity, creative projects, our own determination and drive and ambition and courage for getting things done. And the ace, this ace of fire, this is, or ace of wands, it's the spark of a new opportunity, right? It's a spark of a new creative venture, a spark of a new project, could be, a new job opportunity. And this, it sits in the past position here. So for some of you, there might have been, news over, say, the past couple of weeks, even going back to last month. There could have been news of a new job, or, a new some type of new creative project or undertaking. But it's all about new beginnings, right? And very exciting new beginnings. So you could have started a new job. You could have got involved with a new creative project endeavor. It's a new opportunity, which brings us to the present. So again, we have the Eight of Wands, so more fire energy here. But the Eight of Wands usually speaks of news coming in very quickly, right? This is sort of very fast-paced, back and forth news. If you applied for a job online, then this is the back and forth, the messaging, the emailing, the texting back and forth. It has to do with reaching a goal. Sometimes it has to do with taking some type of quick, decisive action on something. As far as news goes, it's usually something very quick, sudden, maybe out of the blue, can have to do with movement. So maybe a sudden move, or things progressing very quickly because of whatever this new opportunity was. Then there's this sort of quick action that comes in. But where it brings you, right, as you leave the month of March, heading into April, is this Ace of Chalices. So another new beginning. Usually the Suit of Chalices, or Suit of Cups, is water energy. So we associate it with our with feelings, emotions, relationships. And again, it's a new beginning. And usually this Ace of Chalices, it's a divinely blessed, or this blessed, new opportunity, new relationship, something that's going to bring you a great amount of emotional happiness, right? But it's brand new. It's, when this is in a relationship reading, it's sort of the beginning, new love, the beginning of a relationship, starting up a relationship with another person. It can also have to do with empathizing, right? Empathizing with other people. It can have to do with your intuition, fine-tuning your intuition. In a more of a career reading, it can have to do with some type of new partnership, a sort of business relationship. But it's something that, brings you great happiness. For some of you, with the Hierophant as the overall energy here, there could be, you could be seeking out the advice, the counsel of, like I said, a lawyer, or maybe this is a financial advisor, or somebody higher up with regards to whatever this quick action, needing to take quick action, this new opportunity. Could be a new job offer, new partner, partnering up with somebody else, going into business with somebody, or partnering up with somebody for a new creative endeavor or venture. Yeah, this could be you asking for, for counsel as far as that goes. If this is something that you haven't done before, you don't want to be caught off guard. You want to make sure that you are aware of everything that you need to know about going into business with another person. But with these two, you have two yes cards sitting on either side of this taking quick action. So, I definitely think that if there's some type of doubt, if you've been a little bit concerned, not knowing if you should or shouldn't go with this, whatever this new thing is, I mean, the answer is very clear that yes, you should do it. Maybe you need to seek out the guidance of somebody else to get a second opinion, right? But, it's definitely showing that that the answer is yes. Because these are blessed opportunities, divinely guided. And we have, this valiant courage card. Let me read you. I like to read the full meaning for the oracle cards. And this card says, let me find it. Here. It says, this isn't the time to be timid or to hold back. Gather your inner resources and go forward gallantly with your banner of truth waving in the wind. Throw your shoulders back and move forward fearlessly. Take risks. It's okay to feel afraid, just don't let it stop you. Don't play safe. Opportunities will pass you by otherwise. Speak up for yourself. Honor your truths. You are a light bearer for others. Through your example, people find and act on their truth with courage and grace. The sacred traveler wants you to know. The sacred traveler sometimes experiences the unexpected on the road. Perhaps perhaps a bear appears or someone with less than pure intentions emerges from the woods. Courage doesn't mean that you're not afraid. It means that in spite of fear and hesitation, you take action. Face your anxiety and go beyond the boundaries of limited perceptions of yourself. Any journey of the heart needs courage, and you're on such a journey. It takes bravery to go forward when you can't see around the next corner. But do it anyway. Do not allow yourself to be limited by the beliefs of others or even your own limiting beliefs. Go beyond boundaries of self-imposed barriers. Live passionately, valiantly, and courageously. And, with this Ace of Wands card, and if you look at the Eight of Wands next to it, you see, the Ace of Wands, the person, there's this little spark, and he looks very excited, and he's very much into whatever this new thing is. But the man here, he does look a little bit, that it looks as though he's been caught off guard. Whatever this new opportunity was, maybe it did come sort of out of nowhere, out of the blue, and he wasn't really expecting it. But, there might be a need to seek out some counsel, get some, assistance for some of you, but there's definitely positive, if you do move forward and do go after whatever this new thing is, there's definitely, positive outcomes. And, it's all about facing whatever these new opportunities are, possibly challenges, but opportunities, and just know that, they're going to bring you great emotional joy, right? So you're going to be very happy once you do this. So very nice. Great start to the reading. Let's move on to the love and relationships portion of the reading. So you have in the past position, Major Arcana number 6, love. This is the Lover's card. In the present, the Queen of Water. This would be the Queen of Cups. In the future, you have Six of Fire, or the Six of Wands. And the overall energy for love and romance is Major Arcana number 19, the Sun. How beautiful. And you have from the Romance Angels deck, trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Okay, so starting off with this beautiful Sun card. So the Sun card, it's a major arcana. It's number 19 of the major arcana. Usually we think of it as being, the most um, positive card in the entire deck. It's a big yes card, right? Whatever, if there's a question that you're trying to get an answer on, the Sun card is a big yes. It also comes in to shine its light on a situation, to illuminate a situation. It's a card of physical, sort of physical health, like good health, feeling as if all is well with the world. It's a card of abundance. It's a card that speaks of, at this time, everything is sort of flowing along. Everything that you need to know is appearing, right? Is being illuminated. With regards to relationships, these are relationships really flourishing. If this is, projects, although we're looking at career, we're looking at love and relationships here, but it's about projects, kind of moving forward and really coming to fruition. It's a time of growth, a time of plenty, abundance. So it's a beautiful card to have. So, looking at relationships, this could be, your relationships are really flourishing. They're moving to the next level. Things are moving along. Things are going well in your relationships. And yes, we're looking at, more towards romantic relationships, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. It could be, just friendships. But all, with this card over the rest of the reading, I mean, it's a great card. It's shining its light. It's illuminating, the other three cards here. Now, you start off in the past position with the Lover's card. And the Lover's card has to do with choice, right? It's sort of a head or heart decision. So for some of you, that could have been, and sitting in the past position here, that could have been a very significant choice that you had to make with regards to a person or a relationship. For others, this could be, obviously this is the Lover's card in the traditional tarot deck. So there could, and the Lover's card is, it's a very deep, a very soul connection, a very deep relationship with another individual. Yes, usually we associate it with, or sort of romance or romantic connection, but it's a very strong connection with another person. So, it can be a very deep love. It can be a very strong friendship, very strong connection, sort of, empathic connection with another person as well, right? It's the soulmate card, which is all about seeing yourself in another person, right? It's the two becoming one, so seeing yourself in the other. And even though you see on this card how we have a lion and a woman, so even though at times, these people can be completely different, right? You can be completely different than your soulmate. It's all about, oneness and about coming together and how we are all reflections. We seeing ourselves in the other person. We're all reflections of one another, right? Unity. So for some of you, that could have been this. Maybe you met this person. It sits in the past position. So either early this month, going back to last month, could have even been before that. But this is a very deep soul connection with another person. Could have been a very difficult or significant decision. Usually we think of it as like a head or heart decision. But it's also about understanding that, you are better with that person than alone. It's like that, you complete each other, even though you might be very different than each other. When you come together, you see yourself in the other person, but together there's this oneness and, and completion. brings you to this Queen of Water. So for some of you, this soulmate connection could be with a water sign individual. If so, it could be. I mean, here it's showing up as an older female water sign, but we know that in the general readings, I mean, it doesn't have to be. They're not gender specific. Sorry, my phone was ringing. So it could be, an older female water sign. If so, then this would be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio individual. And, with the queens and kings, when they appear, we usually think of them as having, mastered that particular suit. So this is somebody who, who has mastered the suit of water, somebody who is and the suit of water deals with our emotions, deals with feelings. So this is somebody who is, is very good at controlling, has mastered his or her emotions, somebody who's very intuitive as well. This Queen of Cups individual, if it is a person, generally this is somebody who's very warm, very sensitive, very emotional, kind of a caregiver. She loves to take care of other people. She's a very loving and caring mother. She's a very, a very emotional person, and loves giving to other people. So she's very compassionate. Yeah, this could very well be. I mean, you obviously are an earth sign, so this could be, it could be the person from the Lover's card over here. Could also be you taking on the energy of this Queen of Water, right? You being just, very wise and sensitive and affectionate, handling whatever this situation is, or handling this person, this relationship in a very understanding manner. But the outbound energy here is the Six of Fire. And this card, it's more fire energy, and we had fire energy up here in the other spread, but it deals with, again, creativity, creative projects. But the Six of Fire itself deals with is victory. It's a card of victory, right? Of recognition, of victory. This card doesn't show it in the same way as in the traditional deck. In the traditional tarot, there's a man sort of coming back from battle, and he's, he has all his wands, and there's this laurel, this wreath around one of the wands, sort of signifying that, he went to battle and he was victorious. So, it is a card of recognition, of being victorious in a way. But it's interesting that the way it's shown in this particular deck, you see that it's a boat, right? There's a ship, but it's being carried by this balloon, and it's sort of flying through the air here. So for some of you, there could be some type of connection with, with water, traveling by water. We did have the Queen of Water here, but there might be something to do with, traveling across water to get to this other person. Maybe the other person lives near water, could be at a distance from you. But, it is a card of victory. So, if this is this relationship, this soulmate relationship here, I mean, you have a victory card, and then you have the Sun card over here. So, I mean, there's, there's definitely lots of, or it speaks of victory, of triumph, of the Six of Fire is also sort of vision, enlightenment. The Sun card also has to do with, illumination or enlightenment as well. The Six of Fire can also have to do with kind of having your hopes and dreams realized, some type of success with regards to your hopes and dreams. So again, I get, there's either a significant decision that was made, possibly involving this, the Queen of Water, this water sign individual. But as you leave the month of March heading into April, I mean, there's definitely, there's some type of triumph around it, success, enlightenment, lots of warm energy here as well. I mean, we have the sun, we have this beautiful sort of glowing orb right here. So lots of, lots of a very sort of positive energy. And this Queen of Water is a very warm individual as well. So it could be you, dealing with either this person in a very loving way, in a very fair, compassionate way. It's a very, I get, very, it's a very warm and sort of gentle energy coming off of the card. So, and with the trust card, let me read you. I like to read from the guidebook for the oracle cards. This trust card says, in response to your question, the romance angels ask you to trust that everything is exactly as it needs to be. Do not add fear to the situation, which will only create drama and negativity. Instead, the angels ask you to release your worries to them. Your present situation is here to bring you blessings and personal growth, leading to the beautiful romantic love you so deeply desire and deserve. As you follow the pathway you're currently on, trust that it's leading you in the right direction. Your faith uplifts your energy, which in turn attracts positive experiences and people, including your romantic partner. This truly is a situation where, with faith, all things are possible. And, we do have these two all things are possible cards, right, with this success and then the sun card on it. So there might be, for some of you, there might be something that you have to, have faith. You do need to trust in the person, trust in this, relationship, because it is, it's showing that it is working out. I mean, it will work out. Things will, things will have, they will have a way of sort of working themselves out. If there's anything that you've, maybe it's been difficult, it's just asking to, trust in the fact that they will work out. And I mean, definitely with this beautiful sun card shining over the rest of the reading here, I would say that it definitely shows that. And you have 2 6s here, right? You have 2 6s sitting on either side of this Queen of Water card. Usually, 6s in a reading has to do with restoration of balance, restoring some type of balance. And then 2 6s in a reading has to do with maybe like equity in a relationship, finding that balance between the two people in a relationship. With this trust card, it definitely is saying to, trust that things are working out as they are meant to. So if there was, if there's been some type of restoration of, of calm, of even of equity in the relationship, then it's asking you to trust that it's all working out. With these 2 beautiful cards here, it's definitely working out. So I do hope that these messages have helped you in some way, Taurus. Thank you very much for joining me today. Look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful rest of the month. Bye for now.